The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up the field, defense.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Oh, he sheds himself free, and he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, really a minute 2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, Joe Judge makes the decision. They're going for it. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 9-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
Peppers on the coverage.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On second down, here's Barkley. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Jones, first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
I'm coming after you. Slam, slam, slam. Check 52.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Room here to run. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Giants 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the
throwing again on 2nd down. Jones through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8, and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Jones on 3rd down, able to find Walter. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete to
17 yards and a giant first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Jones, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. give to Barkley out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
He was covered. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Aaron Jones on the carry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Shotgun. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's checking.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having,
a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jones now throwing on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's Jones throwing again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. A little juke. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Austin Mack, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, the first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That one good for 21 yards, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So we've reached halftime here. Charleston's already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On the carry.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Right here. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, check.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 48-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Check. Lucky.
That'll be complete to Dillon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And his kick is right through.
Packers 21, Giants 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. 10
at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty.
Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Zane Gonzalez lining up.
This is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
And my goodness, another interception.
picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Two of their three red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. On second down, it's Jones. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking the crowd. 52's the mic right here over there. 52's over there. Check 13.
Touchdown, Packers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Jones pass intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Down, Jones, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 14-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means it really counted.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Packers continue to roll. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Packers 42, Giants 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They can't hang with us. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing, Jones. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
Jones.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Packers 42, Giants 14.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Packers are pouring it on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Packers 49, Giants 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do and the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of it.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,